Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome. Good to have you here.
You're
Welcome.
audible and your screen is also visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Jerry. Mr. Val, I greet you. Joseph, Justus, Mr. Kane, there, well done. Matthias, I think that's Paulinus, Sam, and okay, people are still joining. The user with the name 12386. You're welcome. Good to have everybody here once again. I hope we had a restful weekend and you know, we had a great time. Okay. I hope we are good. All right, so we'll just begin. So once again, for the people that are joining us for the first time, as usual, we welcome you, and it's great to have you here with us. Just follow up the sessions, and anywhere you have questions, feel free to ask. But we do trainings for people that are coming in newly, so that so that you can get up to speed with the way we trade over here. So what you do is, if you have any problems, just listen in the class, and then maybe along the line you actually get clarity because we do a lot of analysis, and at the same time we do a lot of explanation for for um for you. Okay. So, before we start, I will just say this now, then I'll say this again at the end of the session. So, I'm sure that we have seen our trading modality, the training modality that are commencing this November, December. So it's up on all the groups, and if you are if you have not seen it, please do well to check it out. So we are just trying to do something that is very, very impactful for each and every one of us here. And we are looking at how we can go into the next year with a very fresh and refined trading skill so that we just go in and then we crush it. So I know a lot of people have a lot of questions when we do analysis like this. That is a very good chance for you to join in, right? Whether you're an advanced trader, whether you're intermediate, whether you are a beginner, whatever level of trading you are, it's very helpful to you that you join in this session that is coming up. So if you have not seen the links or the information, just check the group that you are. It's there on all the groups. Okay, check the group that you are on. You're going to see the link and everything for the session that is going to coming up in November and December. So we look forward to having each and every one of us there. It's going to be very impactful. The sessions will be recorded so that you can always play back. And then, of course, we will offer you support at any time you need something, you have a question, you feel free to ask, and we're going to be there to answer you. So you see, it's actually a very, very cheap price. So we're going to be giving out that actually a very cheap price. So I believe we should all try to be there. Honestly, we should all try to be there. It's going to be very, very packed. It's going to be very packed. So please try to be there. And then for the new traders that are joining us, try to be there. It's for everybody, whether you're a new trader or not. Okay. If you have any problem, just feel free. We are going to answer you there. Okay. Someone talked about how to use TradingView. That's the list of our problems. We are going to treat everything there. So you should actually be there. So I look forward to having you here. So if you register or you want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me. There's a number there that you reach out to make payment and to get positioned. When you do that, definitely you are going to be positioned for the training that will begin in November stroke December. All right. See you there. Okay. Uh, Today is Monday, and the only thing we have today that may shake the market is card CPI. So remember, I said that there are some news that shake the market, and there are some that just is very mild, right? So CPI is one of the news that shakes the market. We have NFP, we have FOMC, we have PPI, some other ones like that. So this is Consumer Price Index. So this data will be dropping for Canadian dollar. Okay. So at 2:30, the Canadian dollar may either spike upward or spike downward or even spike both sides. Why? Because as a result of this news that is dropping at 2:30. So what we do is you're always very cautious. If you're on a trade, personally how I do it is if I'm on trade on the morning in the morning, if I took a trade in the morning, right? If it's okay during the morning, I just leave my trades to run. But if my trade is not active, and then I'm approaching that time, and that's when my trade wants to trigger, I'm always very careful with opening a trade at that point so that I don't endanger myself. Okay, so that's that for news today. So let's see what we have technically. Let's see what we have technically. So we had a very successful week last time with Signal.
Hello, Sito, you are breaking. We can't hear you properly.
Okay, am I up now? Can you hear me? Mr. Jerry, can you hear me now?
Yes, you are audible now.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So let's see what we have for the week. We'll just touch some directions and then if we have something we can call it out. Okay. So it's a new week on Euro USD and we have come to this point in the market where what happened is that it seems as if this what happened, all this buy was some sort of retracement because I still have a bias to sell EU down to this line that you're seeing here. Please don't write on my screen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please don't write on my screen. All right. So what happened is that if you are following the way we get our direction, you'll see that this was a low that price took with a lot of body. You can see 1, 2, 3 candles still closed below this line that we had. So this seems like if we are closing like this, where's my fib too? Okay. So if we have something like this, when you close with a body, it means that here to here is a swing, right? If you close, so let me draw it out. You have something like this. Okay, so that means this is a full closure. This is a complete expansion. So that means from here to here becomes a swing. So anywhere within from the 50% area down, from the anywhere from 50% upward rather, that's the premium zone that we want to buy. And anywhere below, I want to sell. Then anywhere below here is the discounted price. So knowing that this is a swing shows that we should look for sales when price trades back into the premium zone. So I was analyzing and I went to the 4 hours time frame and then I spotted this QMR setup here. Price swept this high. Okay. And then we had a break of structure here. Can you see that? If I go to the line chart, you see it very clearly. You see that there was a sweep of liquidity here and then a break of structure. Can you see that? Okay. And then what happened now? There was also some form of liquidity there. So since then, you see the way price reacted to that place. Since then, price did what? Price has been falling. Okay, price has been falling since that mitigation. So on the 1 hour time frame, the same thing that happened here, right, is happening again here. What do we see here? You can see that we have a sweep of liquidity there. We have a break of structure. Sorry, we have a break of structure like this, and then we are having some liquidity build up. Can you see that we are having the same thing that happened here is forming again at this point? So it makes this zone that's up here a very, very key area for us. So if I'm to draw an order block, I will probably draw this guy. That's what I'm expecting Euro USD to sell from. Let me see what the daily is saying. Okay. All right. So what am I saying? You see, we took this place with the body. If we took here with a wick, that would be signed for what? That would be signed for reversal, is it not? but we took here with the body. So we know that when price takes, an area like this, a major high or a major low like this, with the body of the candle, that is a sign for continuation in that direction. So that means if you have something like this, price took here with a body, it means between here and here becomes a swing. So if price trades anywhere, sorry, trying to pick up my feed too, okay? So if price trades anywhere to this, from this 50% region upward to this area, this is your premium zone, right? This is where you want to look for sales back to the downside. So we have seen this thing occur severally here. So that's why I am positioned the way I am. Of course, I'm very adaptable, I'm very flexible. If something different pops up on my screen, best believe that I'm going to let you know. So what I'm seeing here at this point is that price is reacting off this QMR that we had here. Can you see? We had the sweep here, we had the break, and then liquidity. And now upon mitigation of that line, of that liquidity line, the same thing is happening again, but this time on a smaller scale, okay? See this, if you recall our AUD CHF trade, this is exactly how we got the trade. We had a QMR on the higher time frame, and then going into the lower time frame, we had another QMR that signified confirmation. And that's how the trade was able to come about. Are we together? So we're having the same thing again from here. Sweep of liquidity, break of structure, and liquidity build up. Okay. So we are very much interested in what EU has to do for us at this point. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like SL can just be above this guy, and then of course we'll start with 2R before we can aim 3R. So every 2R you can start to secure something. Okay, so this is what EU is looking like for me. This is what EU is looking like for me. So we want to see how this guy plays out. And so if let me put this well, okay, should I call this? Let me call this.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Who is speaking?
How was the weekend, sir?
Very well, sir.
Okay.
All right. EP is 1.16338. That's okay. Then the SL is 1.16597. Okay, and then TP, we're looking at is a 3R. So if you see 2R, you can start to book your profit. And so this is what the trade looks like for now. Okay. If at any point the trade gets invalidated for any reason, we are going to discuss it here, and then you'll get your cue to cancel the trade. Okay. So this is what the trade looks like for Euro USD. So we just have to position ourselves and see what we can make this week. Okay. So that's that for Euro USD. And then don't forget, our trading talk continues. We're going to be dropping signals on the general groups and on all the groups for the next, I think till December 19th. Okay. So just stay active. We are going to be dropping things every now and then. Okay. So that's for EU. That's that for EU. Let me go ahead and do gold. Gold. All right. So what's happening here on XAU USD? So this zone this zone that we are on gold, okay? This is a fair value gap, right? And we know that fair value gaps are like fuel for price. When price wants to get some strength to move, okay, it likes to retrace to a fair value gap. The fair value gap is like a liquidity area. It wants to use that liquidity as the fuel to I still believe bullish on gold. So what I'm expecting is for gold to buy from this region that it is in. Please, I hope I'm still audible. Zoom just told me that my connection is unstable. I hope I'm still audible, please.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so what am I seeing here on gold? You know how we treat our key levels, okay? That's what we teach in the training more extensively. So now coinciding with this fair value gap that we have here was a key level. Can you see? This key level 1, 2, 3, and then price broke that structure. Are you seeing this line I drew? Are you seeing this line I drew? Let me mark it out. So we had price was here. Price tried to buy from here. It bought a little bit, then it failed. Then it came back to try to sell from this place. You see, it tried to sell from here, and then it has what? It has failed again. So this place now, this line now, looks like a place that price will use to do what? To fly up. Are we together? That's how we get key levels. Okay. Key level is basically an area that price has been, interacting with, a couple of times before starting the move. So you see, this place was supposed to be a buy area. The buy failed. The buy failed here. Then it came back again, tried to sell. The sell failed again. Like he tried to sell small, then it failed. So of course, when price comes back to this place, it's going to want to buy again. Is that okay? So this is like a support stone, resistance stone, support, all of that. So this is what's happening here. That's why I'm looking at a possible buy opportunity on gold at this point. Now, am I going to just buy blindly? No, I will not do that. What do I want? I want structure to align. And how is that going to happen? By the H4 time frame, giving me what? Giving me a break of structure like this. Are we together? The H4 time frame needs to give me an expansion to the upside. So currently at this point, you can see that there is no expansion yet. We are still doing something like this. So if at any point we can break all these highs like this, then I will be very much interested in buying gold. Are we together? So for now, I don't have a trade on gold. What I'm giving is direction. Even this floor is looking very good too. I really like this place too. The same thing
Yeah.
I just explained now.
Yeah,
is-
Sito, I thought about saying that too. It's
Okay.
possible we have price dipping down into that
Yeah.
before the buy. That's 40.11. So we are
Yes.
looking
Yes.
at we are
Yes.
looking at the possibility of price dropping down. And from where it is now to that zone, it's about 200 pips. So we are looking at volume. Once we get volume, and then maybe we can be set for take the first trade of the day.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
All right.
but the overall trend remains bullish.
Yes.
Once it drop into that zone, there's going to be high buying pressure from there. Seriously, and then we're also looking at catching it from there, catching the move from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jerry. So we catch our trade from here. This is where we're going to first of all. This is going to be this is like our first area to target. And then of course, you know that the all-time high still look very interesting for us to get to. Is that okay? All right. So that's for gold. Very simple. We don't have to spend all day. Like I always say, if you didn't day, you didn't day. You leave the chat and go to the next one. All right. So let's do USD card. So I have something.
Eyendemba.
All right. So let's do something on USD card. So USD card, long term on this guy. I've been bullish on this guy for a while. So let me clear my screen and show you my thought process. Okay. So this is a major high. So how the price on the weekly time frame now? How the price take this major high with a body? Is it not? Exactly. Now, what the price do? Upon sweeping that with the body, it has gone ahead to still expand again to the upside. Can you see? So let's go to the daily time frame now. Okay, so you see that the price also on the daily time frame also swept something here and then pushed up to break all of this structure. So you see that we also took this high with a body. So we are showing signs to buy. Now, please pay attention. This USD card has every tendency to come down to these areas before buying. Are we together? In fact, this is the protected low. This is a protected low for USD card. Okay, that's a protected low for USD card. Now, if you go back to the daily time frame, let me show you something. On the daily time frame, look at the line chart. What do you see? This is where we had our what's going on? Okay, this is where we had our official expansion. Can you see? This is where we had our official expansion, break of structure, whatever you want to call it. This is where it happened. Okay. All right. Now, what do we see when price comes to those our areas? On H4 now, we go to look for what? We go to look for alignment. Now, what happened on the H4 is that price actually changed character back to the upside. Can you see? So price actually did this and then broke to change character. Now, there is every tendency because I've seen this happen before. Okay, I've seen this happen before, that price will just go, because this is where it is interacting with the most at this point in time. Price can come here to buy, and then on the daily time frame, something happened there too. Can you see what's this called? This is a fully bullish engulfing candle formation. Are we together? This is a fully bullish engulfing candle formation that happened on the daily time frame. So let's break it down again. Let's break it down again. So price takes our major high with the body. Then it still goes ahead to do a new expansion to the upside. So we are very much interested in what? In buys. Are we together? Now, this line I have here is the break of structure line. I don't know if I have BOS there, but I can type it in. That's the break of structure line. So when I say expansion is simply break of structure. Okay, this is the break of structure. Okay, good. Now, upon mitigation of the break of structure, what happened? Price actually came back to do a fully bullish engulfing candle formation on that line. Is that okay? I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. So price did this. So on the H4 now, price is giving this very clean area of interest now. Okay, so you see that there is a sweep of liquidity here. There is a break of structure. Can you see that? And then there is equal low liquidity build up here. Let me draw it with the lines. So we have what? We have a sweep here. We have a break here. And then we also have what? We also have equal, see the amount of times price, price played around with this place. See, can you see how price was dancing around here, but it could not do anything. So there are two places now, there are 2 points of interest. So I'll not call this trade out. So you use your discretion to take this one. So we have this guy here. We have this trade here. This is how this trade is looking like. The first trade is here. Okay. Then what are we looking to target? Of course, this high. All right. And then we also have this guy that is down here. So if this one doesn't do what it's supposed to do, then there is every tendency that price just wants to come down here to buy. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from now. So you see that we have every reason to buy from here and here. And then if I'm to measure the swing, this is a swing from here to here is a swing. You see that this guy actually coincides with the 60%. Where we are here, price actually touches the 60%. So, he has every reason to buy if he wants to buy from there. If this thing was happening, maybe say around the premium pricing, I wouldn't be interested. But the moment I spotted that it happened touched the 60% before starting this new push to the upside. So I was now interested in the trade. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open to you. So we have 2 POIs now. We have the first one here and the second one here. So if you're going to be trading from here, to be on the safe side, you can halve your risk. Okay. So if you used to risk 50 before, you can do maybe 25. The reason I'm saying this is because I've seen this happen many times where I'll wait for this one, or maybe you wait for this one, and then price takes the one that is, most recent, and then does the move for buy. So there are 2 very interesting areas that we have for USD CAD. Okay, but overall, my bias is bullish. I'm bullish on USD CAD too. Okay, so we have to just know how we approach it. So in these situations, don't over leverage your account. In fact, at all, don't do it at all. But risk responsibly. Okay, if you used to risk 20, you can do 10 here, 10 here. Or you can do, maybe you say you should do 100, you can do 50 here, 50 here. Let's see how this one plays out. Okay, so that's my view for USD CAD. Nothing too much, I believe. Okay, so I have something for AUD JPY. This one I took it early, this around what time did I take this trade? It was around midnight. I was awake, so I was analyzing, so I took this buy. Let me just show you the reason for the trade. The same thing we say over and over
Mr.
and
Sito,
over again.
quick
There is
question,
no-
please.
Okay.
Yes, so in the last analysis for USD CAD, you placed
Okay.
the point of interest on the second point of interest, the lower one. You
Yes.
placed it on the FVG that is directly above that big fair value gap and big order block down there. So I don't know, it's as if you shifted it down. I just wanted to confirm. Are we focusing on that FVG up here or?
Is the whole other block, the whole other block.
The
It's
whole
not just the
order.
FVG, this area. So price can even come here and do a confirmation before you enter. Okay, since this is a daily order block. So
Okay.
so you don't have to enter here, straight away. You can still
Yes.
allow 4 hours to give you something like this before you trade. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, sir. So let me go back to this guy. So now, what is the reason for this trade? See, the same, I don't do any other thing. Honestly speaking, I don't do any other thing. So how did this trade happen? Let me see. First of all, on the weekly time frame, after sweeping a major low here, you see, I'm trying to, see price buy all the way to this point. So all I want to do is to just seek continuation and join in. On the daily time frame, though, you see that we took all of these highs with the body. I'm trying to show you how I built up to this place. We took here with the body. So that's a sign for what? For continuation. So what is the expansion that funded the break of structure? I can see it, but let me show you on the line chart. Is here. Can you see this is the last, this is the last, pick up, okay? This is the last break of structure, right? I think I even talked about this on this live session. And now, as price mitigated this place, what did he do? He did another break of structure here. Can you see? I can see it without going to line chart, but let me just show you for, for clarity. See, another one happened here. So I'm very much interested now. Now, watch what happened at this point, please. What happened at this point? Can you see that price mitigated this expansion? At the same time, it was sweeping the previous day's candle. I don't know if you can see it. So are you seeing that we are having our candle theory coming at the same point with an expansion? So we are bullish. We have an expansion that we just mitigated, and then we're having what candle theory that we are sweeping the candle low that is showing that we should buy. So it's very simple. What's the next thing? To look for H4 expansion. And what did I see here? So you can see there was a very nice H4 expansion here. So the last bit of the puzzle is what? Is for the H1 time frame to give me the fair value gap. And that was the fair value. How did I enter the trade again? I think I used 2 hour scale level entry. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, fair value gap. And that was the entry. Boom. I don't I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but don't worry if you don't understand it. That's why we are doing the training so that we take time. We are very limited, when it comes to time here. So we're going to take time and break this thing down so that you understand it very well. The same thing, what I'm doing here is what we're going to take our time to dissect. So if I were you, I would join that session. Okay. So just check the group for the information to follow. So it's very simple. Break of structure. This was the last expansion. Price was also sweeping the daily low. So all I saw is a 4 hours expansion, and then 1 hour was 2 hours gave the fair value gap I needed that coincided with key level. So I just entered the trade from there. So that's how we do it. Okay. It's very simple. It may seem difficult, but I promise you, when you get a hang of it, you can do it very easily. Okay. I wanted to just show you that so that in case you see it on your own another time, you know how to approach it. Okay. Let's see some other 1 or 2. What's the time? Okay. So that we can touch synthetics. So let me see what's happening here. Okay. ADNZD, this one is just direction. This one is just direction. Okay. So we took this guy here with the body. This was a major high from the past. Okay. See this high here? You see that on the daily time frame, price took with the body. So that shows what? That shows continuation, is it not? Good. So now, what is the expansion that funded that? Is this guy down here? So if price comes here, then we can look for confirmation for buys. Okay. But something happened last week. We can see that we're sweeping the previous week's high. Okay. So this was a sign that we may have some sales, like a pullback sell. Are you seeing how I catch counter trend sales or trades? So the daily now did what? Expanded. H4 now should be giving us the key level. So you see that there is a H4 key level here with what? With fair value. Straight inside, we are going to look to sell from here. Okay. So that's how we build it up, please. It's not difficult. Just follow it. It's a step-by-step process. If you notice, I have a step-by-step systematic mechanical approach. Even down to the way we place our stop losses and take profit is well accounted for. Okay. So that's how we do it. Let's look at GBP. Have you done GBP JPY? Maybe we may continue. We'll continue. Mr. Sam is saying something. Re-entry says it has not reached. Okay, okay. When there's a re-entry, now? For now, there's no re-entry. Okay. So the same thing on this guy too. Please don't get tired of me saying the same thing because that's actually how to do it. Okay. So we have an expansion here. Price comes back to that expansion. Now does what? Another series of expansions to the upside, a lot of it. Can you see? So we have this drawn liquidity that I have not yet reached here. So let's go to the H4. You see, H4 did what? H4 expanded here and then also expanded at this up. See it here on the daily time frame. See, this was the expansion. This was another break of structure here. Okay. Now, what do you see here? Can you see that price was sweeping previous day's low here and here? Are you seeing this with this week? So this is a sign that we should buy. Okay. Now, did H4 expand? Yes. H4 gave us a continuation to the upside. Can you see this? Now, what's the last bit of our entry model for 1 hour to give us the entry? So I'm entering this one using QMR style here. That's this one, sweep, and then so this is the liquidity here. Okay. So this is how this trade came about, but it seems the guy is running to target already. Okay. It happens like that sometimes. They cannot catch it all. So that's just the way we are going to look at it. So some you'll catch, some will run away from you, some you miss, some you win, some you lose. Okay. So that's simply it. And then I also want to give a continuation call for AUD-CHF. I don't think these sales are done. Okay. I don't think these sales are done, right? Mr. Femi has packed a lot of money from this AUD-CHF. So I don't think these sales are done. So there's another area here that I'm looking at for AUD-CHF. See, 1, 2, and then price broke it with fair value gap, leaving behind what? Leaving behind liquidity here. So I'm looking at price trading back into here, and then we get what? A continuation. Is that okay? And then when we get this break of structure, feel free to sell from here till all these lows. Okay? I wanted to just quickly point that area out that we still have somewhere here that we have not yet gotten to, this line here. So all of this is like we're trying to sell up to that line. So when price gives you a reason to enter, all you have to do is position yourself to trade from that point. Okay. So this was our first trade that we took here, and we made a very nice profit. So we're looking at continuing it from this expansion. So from here, we can look to sell again. AUD-CHF, we continue the downward push. Okay. So I hope you are following. I hope we are clear. Like I said, if you're just joining us for the first time, take it easy with yourself. You're going to understand it as we go along. Okay. Everybody that you're seeing here once had the period where they were not very clear, but you see, it's getting clearer for a lot of people now. So it's a step-by-step process. Okay. Yes, so the sale is still there. So we are very much interested in catching that sale again. So we caught this one, but we're not okay. We are Oliver Twist, so we want more. So we're going to see how we can continue from this point. Okay. So do I have another thing for us today? Let me see. Probably just GBP pairs. Just 2, and then we are done. Okay.
Good morning. Please check
GBP
USD
pad.
JPY.
Sorry?
USD JPY.
USD JPY. I'll see what is going on there. This okay, no, I know. So we are here. This was our entry that day. Remember, we had a buy from this area, this push here. Like I said, I was stopped out, but some people had a slightly bigger SL, so they were in the trade. Now, how do we continue this trade? It's very simple. I don't know if price will come down there, but my system demands me to trade from the expansion. So if GBP-AUD will come down to this, see this expansion also aligns with fair value gap here. This is now what? This is now liquidity. Are we together? So if this guy should trade here, then you should know that we should look for a new push to the upside. Okay. So I think this is the same thing for GBP CAD and GBP AUD. I have already done gold though. The same thing. You see? The same thing. Can you see? This was the last point. So there was still some fair value gap that is laying down here. And there's still what? There is still some liquidity that is lying down here. So if these guys will come here, then we'll buy. But if they don't come here, but they do another push like this, then this is the new. Oh, wow, this is nice. I did not even see this. Oh, that's nice. Can you see this? So if price does not come for this place, but it gives a very, strong push and closes above here with the body. Can you see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4? So what do you think price will do when it breaks here? It will come back for here and interact and go to draw on liquidity. This is how I got a trade on Euro CHF, I think 2 weeks ago. So this is how we do it. Okay, that's that. And all you have to do is position yourself and for a trade. Okay. For people that are just joining us, we did gold. So we have 2 points of interest for gold, right? So in fact, this is what we're looking at for gold, this line here. Why do we like this line? It's very simple. Price was here a couple of times. Then it now broke structure. This guy is now selling liquidity. So if gold can give us a push down, and then align by breaking gold from here. Is that okay? That's Queen Rosie, if I'm not mistaken, and Kane there's some me. Can you see what I'm trying to say? Can you see? So we have this area. So basically, we are still very bullish on gold. Okay, we're still very bullish on gold, but we want gold to give us a push down and then align on the 4 hours. So when this happens, we are buying up to this point. So just sit tight. Okay, sit tight. On trading view is sit here, is forex.com. But we trade with well trade, but when analyze with forex.com on trading view. Okay. All right. So that's that. Nothing much, just a few directions that we have for us this week. Of course, as the days go by, we are going to be updating it, and we're going to still give you updates on the trade behaviors. Okay, so let's touch some 1, 2, 3 things here.
Are we taking that?
I wanted to talk about
sorry, sir. So are we entering that
which one?
CAD JPY or something?
CAD JPY?
The CAD trade you
I've
give.
not analyzed CAD JPY.
Okay, USD CAD, sorry.
CAD.
USD CAD.
Okay, yes, I said I gave the 2 points on USD JPY.
Okay.
I said you enter the way you want to enter. Okay, I did not call the trade.
Okay.
I gave the 2 points. I said either you enter from this first one or you wait for this one so that you can get a confirmation here. Okay.
And then the Euro USD sell limit. Okay.
Oga Darlington, sorry, I mean, don't forget you small, but God will not forget you. USD JPY. So, all right, I'm bullish on this guy. I'm bullish. See, we still have a very long way to go up till this point on USD JPY. So what you just have to do is come and look for continuation opportunities. So what we had here was we had a sweep. It was a sweep here and then a break. So this point was very interesting for me. But you can see the way it's on my charts. What's going on? Okay. So you see that price has tapped here, swept all of these lows that were here. So what it's trying to do now is trying to buy back up till this high. At least this is your TP1. It's trying to buy back here. It's just that the way it went up from here was not good enough. Normally, I would have wanted to buy. I don't like the way it's it pushed up from here. So that's why I don't have anything for it. But it's going to buy. It's looking like it's going to come here and then even go as high as this other area. Is that okay, sir? So what you will do is If we have another proper, I mean a proper one that you can see like this, then we can play continuation. But we're just continuing for JPY pairs. They are all very bullish. Is that okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you very much. I'll talk about this trade very quickly. FX volume 20. So you see, the thing is, when you are right about your direction, sometimes you may be unlucky that the trade goes to a consolidation around your entry. It's not your fault. Honestly, it's not your fault. All you have to do is be patient for it to simmer down, and then your trade will continue in the right direction. So FX vol 20, we have been bullish for the longest time. So what we just simply did was a continuation to the upside. Can you see? I said this for a very long time now. Since we swept, forgive me, 1 week, okay? Since we took here with a week here, FX vol 20 should buy as long as this place coming to this high. And you see that when we came here, we're here now. When we're at this point, I said that if this buy, this sell that's happening here is just going to be a little bit of a tug of war, because there are sellers that will be here. But at the end of the day, price will break it. And that is what happened. Where is it? Where was that sell again? The sell was somewhere here. You see, this was the price tried to sell from this other block here. But you see, the sell was like a facade, because it was a gimmick, because it wants to continue upward. So this is just a way to trap sellers. Now, what happened? As price break of structure, so that's how we just continue. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm trying to show you, but that's how we try to continue. So this was the expansion line. Where's my line chart? You see, this was my expansion line, and there was a fair value gap. Everything was present there. So this first one, this first one was my entry. This second one was the one I called out for the live session. Yes, price, did a lot of retracement. This was just consolidating. But the trade has gone back in huge profit. You can see the screenshot I posted on the group of the trade. Can you see? So this was the first entry. This was the one I now called. So you see our stop loss here was able to prevent us from taking or hitting SL. So we are looking at this high. This high here should still be reached, and then as well as this high. Is that okay? So that's how you do it. That's how you do. Whenever you have established your direction, all you have to do is look for continuation till you reach your drawn liquidity. It shouldn't be that difficult. Okay? Now, how do we continue FX 20? Sorry. Okay. So I don't want to call anything too cynical, because if I'm being very honest with you, I'm seeing a QMR, right? Let me see. Can I clear my screen? Let me just clear my screen, because at this point, I'm seeing a QMR, but I don't know if price will want to trade down. Of course, you know me, I don't want it to trade down because of my trade that's right. Okay, but see what's happening here. We have a sweep here, and we have this, then you have this. So this is a sweep, this is a break, and this is liquidity buildup. Can you see what I'm trying to show you now? So if anything's going to happen, it may be around this place, but please let it not happen yet. Let's reach this high first, please. Let's reach this high first. But this is the trade. This is the view. So we sweep here, we break here. So this guy now becomes the area that if vol 20 should trade down here, you know that it should buy here. This becomes our protected low. Okay, so that's how we do it. So you see, we have different approaches, but it's the same thing, right? And sometimes if I want to enter, I can enter using the QMR, or I can use my normal, structure and key levels to catch trades. But that's it. So we read about the direction, but what price was doing here was just like a consolidation. So unfortunately, that happened for a couple of days, but at the end of the day, yeah, the price continued in the direction. Okay, so let's go to another one. So I had 2 trades over the weekend on synthetics. I had Flip X3. Unfortunately, that one hit stop loss, but this one did well. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing that we've been talking about. Let me go to the weekly and show you. Upon taking this area, this low, this major low with the body, okay, what do you see here? Daily had what? Daily had some form of expansion here. See, this was the expansion, or you can call it another block, whatever you want to call it, on the daily. So when price stopped here, I expected what? That we should sell. Can you see? H4 now gave confirmation using the KMR setup. So you see, we had a sweep here, we had a break of structure, and all of this was liquidity. So price just came here and sold. See, just try to join the program that is coming. Okay, try to join the program that is coming so that you can very easily spot these things and do it on your own. Okay, so I know some of us still need some clarity, but that's why we are coming up with that so that we can help people. We want us to be going into 2026, analyzing charts and and killing it. So that's how we do it. So that's where this sell came from. Now, if you go to the weekly, you also see that coinciding with this fair value gap, there was a weekly high sweep here. Can you see? That's another reason for us to sell. So you see that we had about 2-3 reasons to sell. So when this happens, you just know that it's going to happen. The sell will come, and that's how this sell came for Vol 40. So for now, if there'll be a re-entry, I need this place to close very well so that I can give a re-entry. But for now, there isn't anything. Okay. So let me see the flip 3 that failed. I don't have any trades for this one yet. There was a flip 3 SL. We are very, very transparent here. We'll not come and tell you that our trade is to hit SL. It's not possible. Everybody's trades to hit SL. So daily. So this is where we were coming from. See, we had that same KMR that worked for Vol 40 and every other thing is what failed me here. But tomorrow I'll still do it because it has, more times. It has more times where it wins than when it loses, right? So we sweep here. This was the protected low now, right? And we have some liquidity that price had to come back to fill. Okay, so let's go into the future now. Going into the H4 time frame, what did I see? The same thing that happened in the past happened here again. Okay, so that's why this trade was sent out. So we had a sweep here, we had a break, or even if you want to call it here itself was also the break. Then this was the inducement. So the entry was here. So price just took the entry, but it seems like some bullish, the momentum is coming back in, but that's fine. So the only thing that will make me to, trade flip X3 again is if we get a proper, a proper break of structure. In fact, taking this high, so that we are very we are very sure of the buy. Why? Because we have been selling for a very long time. So if the buy should come, it needs to be a very convincing buy. So we should be very convinced before we start buying the X3. Okay. So for now, just leave it alone, and then we are going to know what we do. All right. So that's that. Flip X4 is bearish. Sorry, flip X4 is bearish. The same. Had another block here on the weekly, another one here, and then see on that same weekly there was a previous week's high sweep candle. So daily should give us the confirmation here with a break of structure, and then H4 gives us the entry. If I'm being very honest with you, I was looking at this place here. This was a QMR. Can you see? Let me go to the line chart. You see there. You see, this was the sweep, and this was the break. So since there was no clean fair value gap, on that price to touch that line, then I can have a 1 hour re-entry. But unfortunately, price had other plans. Oh, what happened? Okay, sorry about that. So I'm pretty much done. So that was flip 4, right? So I'm done. So I wanted price to, since I don't have a very clear this thing, FVG and key level inside the FVG, I wanted to trade from this high, but price is not there. But the sell occurred. So what we're going to do is let's be glued to our screens for the ones that I've already called out for currencies. And then of course, we're also going to drop signals on the group. So please get positioned, and then when you see the trades, please risk responsibly. Nobody is above taking a loss in trading. Okay. So what we just want to do is protect ourselves from blowing our accounts. Okay. So thank you very much. I know Branded Ben, Bridget, Clinton, Darlington, Edwina, Emmanuel Ogale, Mr. Henry, Justus, Kehinde. We have two Kehindes on the call. Well done to the both of you. Kenneth, Matthias, Mr. Femi Oluti, Paulinus, Sam, and then we have Samuel Ayon Lere. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well, please. And then lastly, Solomon. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to a brand new week. We hope to catch some peeps. And of course, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.